Today we will know about 7 effective sales techniques tips for more consistent sales. Be systematic about generating leads. The first step is to ensure that your company systematically generates sufficient leads to keep enough business in the pipeline. Too many entrepreneurs get caught up in daily firefighting and forget to think about future business. Set specific targets for the number of prospects you want in the funnel at any given time. Generating leads is not necessarily the easiest part of your job, but it's a necessity if you want to drive consistent sales. Number 2. Know your sales cycle. The type of business you are in will determine your sales cycle, which is the amount of time that elapses between an initial meeting with a prospective client and the closing of a deal. This can vary greatly from one company to the next. But you need to understand exactly how much time it takes you on average, measured in days, weeks or months. To calculate the length of your sales cycle, make a list of your 20 most recent closed sales. Jot down how long each took. Compute the average. Number 3. Know your numbers. Every company needs a minimum number of prospects at any given time just to maintain sales. Look at the number of closed transactions you want every month as well as the average sales cycle. You should also know what proportion of prospects contacted ended up buying. These figures will help you set targets for your company. Example: your business aims to sell 3 items per month. On average, it takes 4 months from first contact with a client to close a sale. 1 out of 4 prospects contacted by sales staff eventually buy, which means you have a close ratio of 25%. 3 items into 4 months, 25% close rate is equal to 48 leads. It means 48 leads. In this scenario, as long as you maintain 48 active leads at any point in time, you can be confident you will close 3 transactions per month. It's that simple. If you decide one day to increase your monthly output to 4 closed transactions, then it follows you will need to maintain a list of 64 active prospects, and so on. Armed with this knowledge, entrepreneurs can set specific and measurable targets for their salespeople. Number 4. Actively seek referrals. A rule of thumb for any business is to get referrals from satisfied clients. One way to avoid the awkward moment of actually asking for a referral directly is by encouraging clients to talk about their customers and suppliers. Number 5. Focus on securing appointments. Unless totally necessary, refrain from making a sales pitch on the phone. Try to secure a meeting instead and be prompt about it. Prospects are turned off if you take too much time on the telephone, especially on the initial call. Equally important is getting that second meeting once you have met for the first time. You want that client to have you on their calendar. Always securing a next step advances you ever closer to a closed sale. Number 6. Get ready for objections. You should be prepared for common objections, particularly when making cold calls. Typical negative responses like, "I'm dealing with somebody else. I'm too busy. This isn't a good time. Send me the material first and we will talk later." If you are not prepared with clear replies, you lose the prospect's interest. Practice exactly what you are going to say in response. It's important to acknowledge their objections and then try to reframe them in a positive light. In addition, today's consumers have easy access to information and may have already formed some opinions on your product or service, not all of them from your own website. It's worth doing some research to find out what information exists on the web about your company. Be prepared to answer comments or perceptions that an informed person could raise during a conversation. Number 7. Follow up and listen. Building a strong relationship with clients is crucial to maintaining consistent sales. You have to show them that they are not just a business transaction. Always take a proactive approach in meetings with clients and take notes. Prospects will open up when they see that you are taking the time to listen and write down what they are saying.